Hello everyone, and welcome back to No More Heroes on the Nintendo Wii. I am One Wild Sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking on one of my absolute favourite characters in this entire game. He's such an interesting villain, shall we say. So, yeah, it's time to take on rank number 7, and I always think this current boss fight that we're about to take care of is always later down the line in the game than it is here. I don't know why. Every time I replay this game, I always get confused whenever I see number 7 and it's this particular mook. Because I always think to myself, hey, wait a second, this guy was later in the game, wasn't he? Well, I guess I'm wrong. But, yeah, he has one of the most boring levels, but he's one of my favorite characters, so I guess it sort of makes up the level, so let's go.
Destroy man.
Come and get some.
You could say we're about to destroy this man. Get it? Because his name's Destroy Man. I'm so sorry. But hey, it looks like we're in the subway system, and for the most part, this entire intro sequence of the mission is not really so much of anything. You're just running around the subway with no mooks to fight, just running around, picking up treasure chests and what have you. Honestly, it's actually a pretty nice build-up, you know, a nice little relax sequence that I'm surprised is in this game, because this game's usually very in-your-face with the terms of, okay, you're in the level now, start killing people, you know? So, I don't know, I kind of like this little side thing to make you... It gives you a bit of a rest before you actually fight the boss. So, there's that. Although this is a pretty lengthy stage, I have to be honest, and the stage isn't too terribly interesting. That's why I'm trying to hold off as much of the commentary and explaining the level as much as I can until later down the line, because it's really not that interesting a level. Like, for example, the next sequence by here is actually going to be an entire sequence on the train. And this is actually officially where the level begins, so be prepared when you enter this giant exclamation mark, because there's no turning back. You're either prepared, or you're going to be destroyed. Destroyed. So you better been training up to this point. I'm sorry, that's the last pun. I swear. But yeah, for this entire sequence, we just need to run straight throughout all the train carts and destroy all of the mooks that are inside. Honestly, pretty easy sequence. Just keep using and abusing your charge attacks, and all the enemies will probably go down quite quickly. Unless, of course, you use the charge attack like a numpty like I am and completely miss. If you miss, no worries though, you can just take these mooks out normally. These are really weak enemies, especially considering later on in the stage, the normal mooks we fight is a lot harder than these guys. Like, these are really the easiest of the easiest guys to take care of. And my god, my aim with the charge shots are awful today. Screw it, just hit him for Christ's sake. Like, if you can get the charge shot down in one hit, it's pretty much an instant kill for these goons, so it's really easy to kill them and get by, but if you're like me, you may have, like, the aim of, I don't know, what was bad aim? The aim of a visually impaired person playing Call of Duty. There we go, that kind of works, I guess. I could have just said an aim of me playing Battlefield, because dear god, you guys haven't seen me play Battlefield, and if anyone's wondering, there are no plans for me to do Battlefield, because I'm awful at that game. So yeah. Oh, I love it when that happens. You just strike down multiple enemies. It's just, oh my god, it's amazing. But as you can tell, yeah, our moveset's a little bit more versatile now that we got hold of the power-ups of now that we got power-ups for the Tsubaki that we picked up in the last part. And because of the power of video game logic, once we reach the end of the train, we immediately leave. It's handy, we don't have to wait for the train to go to the station. I like that, you see, that's cutting out the fat. Because you know, someone out there, like Peter Molyneux, probably would have made it so, you have to make it ultra-realistic, so you need to wait on the train. Which really bugs me if game companies go for realism and make it a detriment to the gameplay, you know, it really bugs me. But yeah, another subway sequence by here, and of course, just like it was before, this is still another sort of chill out sequence, so just look through the subway tunnels and keep an eye out for any treasure chests that may be lying about. Now, if you're playing this game on New Game Plus, because this game does have a New Game Plus actually, and this is one of the levels where it's easier to really point stuff out. There's areas where chests would normally be if you're playing in New Game Plus, but they don't show up during your first playthrough. So you do get more goodies if you play through the game a second or third time with the same save file. Why am I not doing that? Because I was playing this on my Wii U and I didn't have any save files done and I couldn't be bothered to play the game twice for a single playthrough. I've done that way too many times recently and I just want to move on with these LPs, you know. Well, I say recently, but none of those videos where I do the playthrough twice have shown up yet, so there's that. Anyway, just turn around here, boop this box. But like I said, there's mainly more goodies around when you're playing. There's more goodies around when you're playing a New Game Plus. That's mainly what I'm getting at, you know, folks. So it's kind of handy. But yeah, that's all we really got for this. But as you can tell by the time limit on this video, folks, this isn't the end of the stage. This is a really long level. It's pretty damn tedious to get through, you know. You see that? These warehouses? Well, I'm looking at... There we go. These warehouses. We have to basically go through like 4 to 5 of these things. Or maybe 1 or 2. I forget how many. But we need to go through these things and fighting mooks. So, yeah, in terms of level design, this game is not perfect. You know, folks, it's very straightforward in your face. I mean, it's fun to play, don't get me wrong, it's just not too interesting to look at, and the second game really does improve upon this, you know? But I digress. For the Syria by here, just destroy all the mooks that pop up, and ooh, what's the bell one? I can't remember. Well, I'll find out now as soon as this guy's dead. Oh, right, the bell one's a fireball blaster, okay. I got disappointed then, I thought there was something new that I haven't shown up, but I was wrong. I kind of dislike the way the fireball power-up looks though whenever you actually hit the enemies, because the game sort of goes into this wireframe sort of graphic. There we go, like that then. Where everything looks ultra sharp and it just sort of hurts my eyes. So it kind of bugs me. But anyway, we are locked inside this warehouse until all the mooks that are in here are completely dead. And I believe some more spawn as well after we take out these gun guys on top of the railings up here. So yeah, it's mainly a test of patience. Eventually you'll get through this, just continue killing these guys. And it's not like this is very difficult, because these enemies are really, you know, it's still early days in the game, you know. We got 6 more ranking fights to defeat after this one. So, yeah, you know. Ah, more enemies didn't spawn. Okay, maybe it was the next one I'm thinking of where more enemies spawn. I'm convinced at some point more enemies spawning. But, I digress. Once you kill all the enemies within a warehouse, the doorway will open, and you'll be able to progress further. But instead of going in that warehouse over there, I need to go check over here, because obviously... Goodies! That's one big bit of advice I can give you for this game, folks, is if you look throughout the corners, you can usually find hidden collectibles if you want to go out of your way. And most of the collectibles are simple things like trading cards, and what do the trading cards do? I don't know. I think they're literally collectibles for the sake of being collectibles, to be honest. It's like Donkey Kong 64. I will never forgive Rare for that game. It's a fun game, but dear God, I went nuts with that collectibles in that game. Oh God. Oh no, looking forward to LPing that sometime in the future. But I digress. Let's just kill more of these mooks. I like the way these guys kind of look. They have the garbage, not garbage. They have like the grocery bags on top of their heads. I don't know. Like the game may be pretty bland in terms of the character variety. You know, in terms of what the characters look like and what have you. No, not what they look like. In terms of what the characters can do, the enemies can do. But at least they change up the way they look, you know, so that we're not always fighting the same looking mooks. We're fighting different guys, even if they follow the same archetype, which kind of saddens me. I would like it to be a bit of a, you know, I would like the enemies. I like there to be more enemy variety, basically, you know. But anyway, if you're wondering what that cherry thing does, if you can't tell by looking at the screen, basically the cherry power-up will increase our speeds and slow down the speeds of all the mooks in the entire level, so it's kind of handy. And my God, 2 of them in one go. That's rare. That is really rare for me to get a power-up twice in a single go. Only problem with the cherry power-up though is that it doesn't last very long at all, so you usually have just enough time to take out maybe 2 mooks at most, you know, which kind of saddens me. like the Super Saiyan power-up, which is obviously my favorite one in this game at this point. That gives you, that's way more overpowered compared to the cherry, because it gives you at least enough time to take care of like 5 to 6, maybe 10 mooks, you know? Assuming you're good at playing the game. If you're bad at playing the game, then good luck. Boom, baby! But no, if anyone's wondering what the American version of the game is like, because like I said, I'm playing the British version, you know, the European one. The one I was not grown up with. Dear God, I'm not that young. The one I played when it came out. Well, basically, all these pixels and fairy dust that pops out of the enemies when we kill them, in the American version, just replace all of that with mountains and mountains of blood, you know? They're shooting Ribena out of their bodies. It's insane how much blood it is. And honestly, I don't understand why they censored it over here, because the game's still a 16 rating, you know? It would have sold just as well with the blood. I just assume it's because our version is literally the Japanese version with English talking, so that's probably why. But again, why was it censored in the Japanese version? That's my question. Is it? I don't think Americans really are that bloodthirsty, guys. You know, despite what stereotypes may tell you about Americans, I don't think all of them want to. I don't think all Americans are insane and want to kill everything. Otherwise, games like Mario wouldn't be so popular. Well, then again, Mario is... You do kill a lot in Mario. Okay, maybe then games like Match 3 wouldn't be so popular. And Candy Crush, Crush. There we go, that works. But I digress. Unless I'm completely wrong, because I never been to America. I know a couple of Americans, but I've never been there, so I'm just going off from the people I know, you know? Ooh! Ooh! Oh, that was close! I love the animations, they're so wacky. And I love the characters some of these main books have as well when they're talking to you. Like this guy over here, I'll kick you in the nuts. I'm like, go on then. I'd like to see you try. I have a laser sword. You won't get through the laser sword. But I digress. There's not really much to talk about now. It's getting depressing. Come on, open up. No, more mooks spawned in. Whoop-de-doo. Now, one thing that you might just saw it on screen for a split second, that from this point in the game, the laser lightsaber mooks are going to start using is they can actually charge up the beam katanas like you. And what they will do when they charge up the beam katanas is send out NG fast, you know, purple NG pellets at you, which will not do too much damage, but when there's like 4 to 5 lightsaber mooks in a single area, what you'll find is your health will drop a lot, you know?
Hey Travis, your next ranked battle is at the filming studio. Win and you'll be 7th. Lose and you're dropping down to an even deeper circle of hell. So, how are you feeling, Travis? Your head feeling better? Relieved yourself lately? Maintaining proper oral hygiene? When you're ready, step inside. Some people say it's important to know when to give up. That you shouldn't aim for things that are obviously beyond your grasp. But ignore idiots like that. Don't accept defeat before the first punch has even been thrown. Hello? Anybody home? Did you even hear what I just said? And you call yourself an assassin? This is why third rates like you are hopeless. I am 120% certain you are going to die. All you can do is trust your force and head for the Garden of Madness.
You're going to die. You'll notice that every time she phones you now, the percentage that she thinks you're gonna die will slowly increase to stuff like 200%, and she has very bad foresight, because obviously we destroy all the mooks that pop up to us. Otherwise this LP wouldn't be coming out, would it? If I can't beat the game, I wouldn't bother to upload half an LP. I'm not gonna do that. You know, quality over quantity, that's my motto. Although you wouldn't really tell that because I upload every single day, and I'm basically Basically, these videos are recorded like months and months in advance, you know, folks. Time for us to have a nice shit before the final boss. Final boss? Before the boss of this world. Yes. But no, this upcoming boss fight is definitely one of my favorite characters in the game. I really do love Destroy Man's character. You know, the cutscene before you fight the boss can be quite creepy up until the humor kicks in. I don't know, I think it's because the camera has this weird seizure-inducing shaking going on, which I have no idea why it's there. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, you'll see when we actually get to take on the boss. So without any further ado, let's do this!
Oh man.
I thought I wouldn't make it here on time. Had to take care of some customers that filed complaints. My apologies. So much to do with so little help. Yeah, I can't stand these people with all their nonsense complaints. They think they can just say anything. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm here. I made it on time. That's the important thing, right? I take it you're Mr. 8?
You? You're ranked?
Not me. Well, actually it is me.
Oh, that makes sense.
Never mind then. We've got a job to do. But first I need some time to get ready. Would you mind turning the other way? I need some privacy.
Privacy?
Yes. I need to prepare.
Whatever. Don't mind me. Pretend I'm not even here.
I just need you to look the other way for a second.
A second?
Yes, just a split second. I don't think it's too much to ask, do you?
Then we can get on with our fight?
That is correct.
All right.
Oh, damn it!
Whoa! That was close. For a second there, I forgot that you were a killer.
Sorry if I scared you. I didn't mean to do that. Something's wrong with me today.
I let my guard down. Getting sloppy. I gotta stay on my toes.
You mind if I ask you something?
Yeah, what is it, Mr. Cosplay?
We're both assassins, right? Why do we have to kill each other anyway? If you ask me, it's absolutely meaningless.
It's about determining who's best. That's what it's about.
Can't argue with that. Well then, let's get started.
What? You want to shake hands?
We're both fighters, aren't we? Not killers, at least for now. This is a sign of sportsmanship, that we respect each other before and after the fight. Good luck.
Likewise.
Destroy Spark. Oh, this is great. Is this guy an idiot or what? Is this a joke? You fell for the oldest trick in the book. Oh man, you are something. Oh, this is the best. Man, you really cracked me up. I think this laughter's gonna kill me. Oh, seriously, I think I might really die from laughter. It hurts. Someone help. Oh God. Oh shit. I thought I was gonna die there. For real. And look at you. You look like you're dead. I guess it's time for a wake-up call.
Destroy town! Destroy team!
This is where it gets good. Good night.
Destroy Buster!
That was quite a move. I'll admit you've got potential. If challenge had a taste, you'd be quite delicious.
Fight for the 7th?
Yeah, sure. Bring it on. I love a challenge.
You're as good as dead.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take on Destroy Man. So to start things off, just wail on him, and whenever he does his attacks, they're very choreographed, so you need to learn what his patterns are in order to get through this without much issue. Whenever he does his Destroy Punch sort of move, you can see him easily wind up for it, just sort of dive backwards. When he goes to do Destroy Spark, sidestep to the left or right, and then what you're going to want to do is just attack him from the sides. If you hit him in front by accident, you will get electrocuted by that, so just be a bit careful, you know? Now, if you're too close to him when he does this destroy, I think it's pound, I can't remember, then the shockwave will still hurt you, so just be careful of that. And whenever he does his projectile moves like Destroy Beam and Destroy Buster, just hide behind something, like any of these lights will do, because for some reason these lights are indestructible and a laser beam, the equivalent of a giant super Kamehameha wave, for some reason they're immune to it, so yeah.
Destroy!
So now, after a certain amount of hits is done in a fight, what you're going to need to do is simply dodge all his attacks and take out these lights. And obviously these lights by here control a number of cranes that are holding a bunch of objects into the sky. Basically, it's random which one is holding him up, so just continue to hit them all until hopefully he drops down. And of course when he drops down, then you see our chance to continue railing on him. So yeah, like I said, a good way to dodge all these attacks is just to hide behind all the props, like all the cameras and what have you that are in the screen. For example, right by here. And it's usually the best way to dodge these attacks, you know. You can use your normal dodge as well to get by them, but it's a little bit more risky, you know. And I find it really strange that this, like, when I mentioned the game was censored, look at this room. There's blood everywhere. So why is the blood when you kill enemies disappeared and censored, but the blood in this room is all here and freely about, you know? It's very inconsistent. I don't understand. If you're gonna leave this type of blood in, why not leave the enemy's blood in? It's... I don't know, it really bugs me. But anyway, this is one of my favorite boss fights. It does go on a bit longer than it really needs to, so just continue using your attacks. And if you have the Tsubaki, using your low attacks with it is very useful, because what you'll find is the low attacks tend to stun him a lot more, allowing you to use your wrestling moves and wipe him out. I have to say though, you will eventually get very tired of his talking very quick, because all he can hear throughout this entire boss fight is Destroy Laser, Destroy Beam, Destroy Hadouken. I know that's called Destroy Cannon, but let's face it, it's a Hadouken, so I don't care. Although when he does the spark, that's probably the best time for you to attack him, you know, because he sees himself so open. However, if he does catch you, it will do a little bit of damage, so just be a bit careful. That's all really this mission is, just dodge him when you can and counter-attack as soon as possible. That's all there really is to it. It's really not that difficult. The boss is one of the easier bosses in the entire game, actually. Probably the second easiest next to the first boss. So that's what I got to say about that, you know? Kamehameha! Oh god, I missed the No! Leave me alone! Of course, every time he does a Destroy Buster as well, it's the equivalent of using a Hyper Beam in Pokemon, because what he'll do is he'll stop for a turn to... Well, I say stop for a turn. He'll stop to mock you and laugh at you, which will leave him way open, you know? So he basically does have the equivalent of being a Pokemon and using Hyper Beam, where he has to rest for a turn, so it's kind of handy to keep that in mind, you know? And he will usually leave himself open after every attack, in some way, shape or form, so... Oh, see, there we go, he's done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I love that boss though, he's one of my favorites in the game, despite how long it goes on.
Ah! Don't cry like that. You're a killer, aren't you?
Help!
What?
Help!
I can't hear you.
Help me! Please!
What is this I hear from a 7th ranked killer? Whatever.
It's over anyway.
Please, help me!
There you go!
Oh god, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. In the American version, he literally splits up into two halves, so but the cutscene basically goes the exact same way. So there's that, you know? Alright, let's get our health upgrade and get out of here, shall we? Now, it's still very strange that not every boss gives you a health upgrade, and these health upgrades are mandatory in order to move on, which kind of bugs me. You know, I'd like to have the option to do a 1-heart run, you know, kind of like in Zelda. But I digress. Well, 3-heart run in Zelda technically, but...
Travis, I'm starting to think that you may be for real.
You are now 7th in rank.
Hey, when I hit number 1, you better be looking your best.
No need to pretty up. I want you to see me for who I really am.
Serious? Damn!
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this part. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. And when we return next time, we're going to be doing the rest of the side missions that have opened up after this. And prepare ourselves for rank number 6. We are destroying... again, it's just because his name's Destroy Man. We're destroying this list of assassins, aren't we? So, yeah, let's just continue onwards, and hopefully things will move up pretty well. So thank you all for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Bye!